Hierdie program word geborg deur DigiCards.
Hallo daar, baie welkom weer by Hart en Siel van die Tuinroete. Ons is weer in Mossel Bay en die volgende 2 episodes gaan ons in Engels doen. En by my het ons 'n baie belangrike man, Dirk Coetzee. Welcome to our program. You are the mayor of Mossel Bay. Would you like to take us on that journey?
Yeah,
We're
sure.
only meeting you now and we'd love to hear.
Surely. No, thank you very much. It's an honor for me to be here and to speak with you and your listeners. So thank you, or your viewers. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I've been in council or on the council of Mossel Bay Municipality for the past 13 years. Normal councillors, then deputy mayor, and for 4 years now mayor. Yeah, so I've been representing the community of Mossel Bay in council when Mossel Bay was quite a different place. Smaller, a little holiday town. We're still a little holiday town, but we are growing.
Flat and wide.
Yes. So for the 3rd year in a row, we're the fastest growing town in South Africa. Milnerton in the metro city of Cape Town is fastest growing. Mossel Bay is second, which is a town, and then Grootbrak Rivier or Great Brak River is also in our municipal area, is the 5th fastest growing town.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Over the past couple of years, and it's not unique to Mossel Bay, we've seen that many people, more poorer people, moved to the Western Cape, looking for better life, more opportunities, and so on. And when I was standing to become mayor, my strategy that I lobbied on was to grow Mossel Bay. And the idea is also, in terms of our constitution, you cannot limit the movement of people.
Okay.
So people are allowed to come in, and many times in the Western Cape we see that with the movement of that people, unfortunately, through your equitable share or your taxes that you pay nationally, that allocation is not moving with the people to the Western Cape.
Okay,
which
that's
is
not
obviously
good.
which is obviously a major concern when you need to run a town. And you've also got dwindling income streams, because every time Eskom escalate their price, it just becomes more affordable for people to take the alternative, to install solar energy and to move from the grid.
And it's more funds off the table as you go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So municipalities, especially Mossel Bay, traditionally we focused very little on property taxes, because we've got we're actually at this stage the town in South Africa with the largest amount of retired people. I think it's around about 27%. So that means that I can't just escalate indefinitely, because
It's disaster. You can't.
Yes,
It's
and
a
I've got
great part of
pensioners,
your-
and there's limitations.
That's destruction.
So traditionally Mossel Bay's economy, and I must also say for various years we've been seen and awarded as the most financial sustainable municipality in South Africa, and we've got a long-term financial plan and so forth. So traditionally we based our income on the sales of services. And unfortunately, we had to change. And since I've been on council or in council, there's been talks nationally about renewable income streams for municipality or sustainable income streams, which was not forthcoming, unfortunately. So at this stage, they're working on a new white paper, but nothing yet. So we had to grow, and I came up with a growth strategy where we thought, or the argument was, to grow the economy of Mossel Bay and our services, so that we can cope with the people moving into our town who cannot afford.
And it happened fast. It's happening.
So you can see people moving into the Western Cape, even the West Coast, and our coast, because we're closest to some of the provinces from where people move in.
Correct.
So people move in here and they don't have a livelihood, that there's no jobs for them and so forth. So for the ratepayers of Mossel Bay to cater for that and to cope with that extra pressure on your system, we had to come up with a strategy. And the strategy was to grow and to make Mossel Bay a viable option for people who can afford it to move and to stay here, to drag them or attract them to Mossel Bay. And I think we've been quite effective with that. As I've mentioned, we're growing rapidly. So that was one of the strategies.
I want to just quickly ask you something. It's niggling in the back of my mind. You talk about Mossel Bay as a town and people and municipality. Is the harbour of no consequence or of no help to the financial streaming into this town? Do you have any benefits from the harbour? Because it's one of our biggest harbours in the whole area, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a deep harbour, but it's the only harbour in quite a large stretch of coast.
Correct.
I mean,
Is that got any benefits for your town? Not really?
Not enough.
Okay.
It can have a much larger influence on our economy. The next thing is part of the strategy was to see how the low-hanging fruits for us is we've got this beautiful place, town, Mossel Bay, 70 kilometers of unspoiled, beautiful beaches. We've just received World Heritage status with the Pinnacle Point Caves.
That's on top of it all.
Yes,
you
we've got
these
beautiful,
amazing sites.
Exactly. We've got this beautiful game farms, wine farms. We've got this biodiverse, rich area. And we thought a low-hanging fruit is to grow and to tap into tourism.
Okay.
And last February, we were also recognized by the Burger. Okay. In January, February, we were awarded the #1 summer tourist holiday destination in South Africa. Yes. Awesome. And Grootbrak second. So unfortunately, I haven't seen such a report this year. But at this stage, we're quite proud of that. And
good news. Absolutely. Yes. It means people are streaming here because there's something for them here.
Yes.
Good service to start with.
Indeed. So we've got just after COVID, we've started with the Great Escape to Mossel Bay with a destination marketing campaign.
Okay.
Our business sector told us, we've engaged with them from the municipality and asked them, what do you want from us? We're now in this disaster. And what should we do from the municipality side? And I thought, being an entrepreneur myself, I thought the business is going to ask that we assist them in some other way. Okay. And they didn't ask for that. They asked to promote Mossel Bay so that we get feet into our economy. And then we started with that very effectively. We started with the Great Escape to Mossel Bay. We had various businesses buying in. The whole idea was, and also with my growth strategy, was for the residents of Mossel Bay to buy into the brand. Okay. And to be proud of Mossel Bay and to be a force multiplier in terms of promoting our town.
And did you get that response?
Definitely,
Fantastic.
Especially from businesses. And I mean, then we morphed into Iconic Mossel Bay. That's
campaign. That's the big slogan going at the moment.
Yes, so awesome. We've got really the whole Mossel Bay behind us. You can see people, they feel proud of the brand. And it's like any major brand like Nike, the whole trick is to get people to start
to buy into the
brand. Exactly, and we got that right. So we've got business on board, private sector, they love the brand, they help to promote Mossel Bay. And with that then is our Mossel Bay Tourism, which is doing an excellent job with the whole team there. And yeah, I think this year we had around about 24, 25 cruise liners coming into Mossel Bay, and that's where we...
Really?
That's where the collab...
And there's a lot of funds that can come in if they can get that going. Eh?
Exactly. And that's where the port also now started to come in line or on board. And there's a new terminal that's been opened where you've got internal affairs and your visitors can come in, look at the passports and so on, so they can board easily. Part of our strategy to grow our economy is also low-hanging fruit is events. So major events, we've had more than 100 events last year alone.
You're sitting with these beaches and all the area and space.
So we've got international squash championships taking place here. We've had the Ironman coming here, motorcycle like the Buff's been coming here for many years. We've got beach events like the Moss Jazz. We've had a biathlon world championship here during December. So we attract thousands of people through sporting and other kinds of events. So in terms of infrastructure, we're very privileged. Mossel Bay can basically cope with a tripling of quadrupling of our residents. And that is actually one of the reasons why we can expand so rapidly. Is the fact that we do
amazing teams.
Yes, we've got spare capacity and we plan forward, and at this stage we're busy with various reservoirs, upgrading of pipelines, sewage work upgrades, major solar plant upgrades, or not upgrades, investing in solar energy, and so on, to take basically all our bulk infrastructure services on the north side of Mossel Bay. That's a more than 200 million rand investment we're busy with. The one plant, only the one plant is finished end of last year. And when we were busy with our adjustment budget, the savings on that was already 3 million rand.
Oh, wow. So you guys are really working at a tight
and it's part of a financial plan.
I want to close just on last thing. We've talked a lot of external. How is the mayor of Mossel Bay doing? Are you enjoying your job? Is it something that you feel comfortable in? Is it a good place to be for you?
It's a strenuous job, and it takes a lot of effort. It's quite stressful at stages. You can't, even though you try your best, you can't keep everybody happy. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I do.
You have the passion for the town. You have the passion for the future.
I love people, and it's wonderful to see how our town is becoming financially more sustainable. And it's nice to say you've got people who's new hospitals opening, new schools opening.
Everything's
so happening. The facilities that's on offer to our residents is becoming better. It's becoming world class, and obviously we're trying to deliver world class service so that people can have a good life in our town, that they feel that they're respected here. And the major thing is that our youth do not have to leave.
Correct, and that's the last thing we need now.
Yes, and so my goal and the energy really goes into the dream of creating a space where it's the last outpost before people need to go out of South Africa or immigrate. And hopefully we can change not only Cape Town and our towns in the Western Cape,
but whole country.
To change the whole country around.
To be the example of how it can be done.
So we're really trying to be the lighthouse, and we're hoping that others will follow, and that we can change the whole country.
Thank you so much for your time, Dirk, and we can only wish you the best for what's still waiting. Thank you guys at home, always a pleasure to share our place with you. Hope to see you somewhere in the future, either on a holiday or moving down and enjoying us here in this amazing, beautiful paradise.